from Robert F. Kennedy Stadium, it's the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins. Kennedy Stadium bathed in sunshine, 75 degrees at kickoff. Shadows starting to grow here at RFK Stadium. Mark Moseley in the maroon of the Washington Redskins to kick it off to Will Lewis, and Cornell Webster of the Seattle Seahawks hits it toward Lewis at the 3. Finally picked up by Webster, and he's down at the 8-yard line. So the Seahawks start deep in their own end as Will Lewis has trouble handling the kickoff, and Webster finally gets it to the 8. 3 wide receivers for Seattle on 2nd and 10. The give is to Jodat, and he blasts out to about the 15-yard line, close to a gain of 7. Will bring up 3rd down and 3. Dave Butt, 65, is the man who made the tackle.
Young Jim Jodat certainly showing some quick agility there. He was all pumped up. He said, "I'm worried about being relaxed for this game." Obviously now the adrenaline pumping gets in for a good game, but they're still quite a bit short. A crucial play early here for the Seattle Seahawks, Dick.
Jodat with a good average in his 10 rushes. Again, 3 wide receivers, Jesse Green, McCullum, and Largent. Jodat and Dornick split behind Zorn. 3rd and 3. Jodat a first down and more as he gets all the way out to the 26-yard line. A gain of 11, and Seattle earns another 4 downs and better field position.
The Redskins have had difficulty stopping the running game, and they've been especially vulnerable up the middle. Hewlett right there getting blocked out of the way by 72 Bullard. Jodat quickly adjusting his course, makes a good gain out of it. They've got a first down, and they've worked their way out of the hole.
Again, only Jodat behind Zorn out of a triple left formation. Zorn looking for Largent, well covered. Guns it. McCullum complete at the 35-yard line, and that's why Zorn is heralded by the opponents around the National Football League. He wanted to go to Largent. He was well covered, able to scramble, find McCullum on the other sidelines.
Exactly right, Dick. We have 2 very mobile quarterbacks on the field, and they're capable of taking what appears to be a bad play and turning it into a big gainer. Zorn does it right here, getting outside, buying a little extra time. He actually throws the ball more accurately on the run than he does from the pocket.
Tight end is Bell on the left side. Zorn open and complete to McCullum at the Washington 47-yard line. Closest to cover was Peters, 23, and it's another Seattle first down.
Down in the pits, you get an idea of the amount of time that Jimmy Zorn has to throw this football. They're forcing him to the outside. Fine throw on target. Tony Peters, number 23, over to tap him, make sure he's down. Now let's take a look at the man who maybe is clearing the way for McCullum. Often you don't see this away from the football. Largent is the guy who's trying to get open, but at the same time he's acting as a decoy.
Efren Herrera is in, and if he does try this field goal, it'll be a 58-yard attempt out of Zorn's hold.
Punt.
So he's going to punt, which he does often. Trickles it down to the 20, the 15, and that's one of the many devices of Jack Patera. Not a great kick, but Washington begins down at its 13-yard line. Anytime you make the other team start inside its 20, you've succeeded. That's right, 3rd and 1. Theismann hands it off to Harmon, and he stopped at the 31-yard line. Keith Butler, 53, spearheaded the charge, and that'll be short by about a yard of a first down. Let's check all the scores for you. Seattle on 2nd and long. Zorn down the middle. Almost, it is intercepted. Lamar Parrish to the 21-yard line. Parrish, the veteran from Lincoln of Missouri, has his 3rd interception of the year. And Dean again has been moved around because of the injuries in that Redskin forward wall. Theismann, 3rd and long. Thompson has it out of bounds at the 16-yard line. It won't be a first down, but it certainly makes Mark Moseley's upcoming field goal try a bit shorter. 14-yard play. This one will be from 33 yards. Theismann holding. He missed. Way off to the left, and a flag is down. Let's see whether that's against Seattle. Maybe Moseley will get another chance.
No, it's not against Seattle, and they'll
holding Redskins. 4th and inches at the 35. the first down out at the 37, and that's why there's such a love affair going between the fans in the great Northwest with the Seattle Seahawks.
I've got to, you know, Patera's standing over there like a statue, as if he is so cool. But boy, he really puts it on the line with a call like that, and I'll bet there are things happening inside him you wouldn't believe.
4 wide receivers in for Seattle on 3rd down and 5. Zorn on the scramble. Complete to Largent, 40, 35. He's all the way to the Washington 32, and a flag goes down. Might have a face mask on the tackle.
That's the kind of play we talked about earlier, talking about the mobility of the quarterback. Now, this kind of situation, a planned rollout. Zorn using his quickness to get outside. Very difficult to rush him from that position. Largent coming back to the ball beautifully, timing his move so that it was very difficult to cover him, and then making the extra yardage, first by getting upfield, and second with a penalty, going to march it all the way up the field.
Largent, who led the entire NFL in passing yardage last year with his receptions, a total of 66, needs now only 2 more yards to reach 4,000 in his brief career. He is productive. Only Jodat behind Zorn. 4 wide receivers, no tight end. Zorn on a scramble, 20, 10. He's going to score untouched. A quarterback draw. They had all the Redskins toward the sidelines, and Zorn slips up the middle, and there wasn't a Redskin uniform within 12 yards of him when he scooted in.
Obviously a play they had designed for Coy Bacon. Bacon is an aggressive pass rusher, and very often his first thought and only thought, get up the field. Watch him here. Bullard doesn't even have to block him. Zorn just took a step back and quickly up inside. Watch it here. The hole opens for itself right there. Nobody even had to block on that play. The Redskins had a stun on the inside. They shut off the offside tackle who was coming across. They had no chance. Zorn waltzes in.
How long has it been since you've seen a man that wide open when he ran 20 yards for a score? Herrera tacks on the extra point, and with 11 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the first half here in Washington, Jim Zorn on a 21-yard quarterback draw gives the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Watch at the right side of your picture. It's a stunt. Right there, number 78 trying to get across. Zorn was able to get that room because they simply did not get that stunning lineman into the hole to protect against that kind of a play.
Zorn. Anyone's ball. Look at that. Can you believe this? I've never seen anything like it. It goes incomplete. That is the longest deflection, bobble, what have you, I've ever seen.
I was wondering if we were playing volleyball with that one. Watch this. You won't believe it. Zorn back. They're giving him good protection in the pocket, and right here he decides to get rid of it. The ball deflected right there by Coleman, knocked up in the air.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, at least 15 times before it hit the ground. And now Herman Weaver, Thunderfoot, will try to punt it away.
I hope that something's wrong with the camera, so they're not getting the film of this one.
Hardiman breaks across the 50 to the 47 of Seattle. That'll bring up 2nd down and 14. Joe Norman, 52, an extra linebacker in the game to make the hit for the Seahawks. 127, 126 as you see the time remaining. First half, 7-0 Seattle. Theismann without a huddle hits his man Thompson at the 30-yard line. That'll be a first down. Ricky Thompson with a catch. The Redskins trailing 7-0. 1:19 left in the first half, are in field goal range, although Mosley missed a 33-yarder in the first quarter. It's first down at the Seattle 30. Theismann to throw. He's in trouble. Could be intercepted, and it is. Michael Jackson, number 55, the linebacker from the University of Washington, who made an interception in a Rose Bowl that saved a Husky victory over the University of Michigan. And one of the rare turnovers for Seattle they have cause to celebrate. but it was Robert Hardy's pressure 75 that forced that fluttering pass from Theismann.
Well, that's exactly what we talked about earlier in the game. They cannot protect their quarterback. Theismann does not have time to throw the ball, and twice when he's been rushed that way has thrown the ball up for grabs, and they've been hurt on both sides. Watch it right here. Watch the pressure from the outside. Tremendous blow on him, and the ball is just up for grabs. You can't afford to do that, but of course if he had time to throw, he's not going to make that mistake.
And it wasn't just Hardy, it was 79, the rookie Jacob Green, who got to Theismann. There's the end of the first half, and the fans a little ruffled here at RFK as the Redskins lead the field. Jack Patera chewing on a 7-point lead on a 21-yard quarterback draw by Jim Zorn. The Seahawks go to their locker room with the lead.
124 yards rushing for the Hawks, 56 passing. I don't think I've ever seen them with that kind of unbalance. Usually they've got all kinds of yardage throwing the football, very little passing or very little running. And the other stat that really is significant, 20-13 as opposed to 947 in time of possession, better than a 200%, better than 100% over what the Redskins were able to do.
Efren Herrera will send it to the Redskins, who will have possession to begin this second half. 7-0. Seattle scored on a 21-yard quarterback draw by Jim Zorn. Herrera hits it deep. Mike Nelms lets it go to Jackson at the goal line. Wilbur Jackson at the 15, 20, 25, out of bounds. Herrera makes his second tackle today. He's kicked off twice, and twice he's hit Wilbur Jackson almost in the same spot out of bounds.
And twice he's picked Jackson back up off the ground, but he hurt himself a little on this one. Watch Herrera. He's got the angle on him, sticks him with his shoulder and his head. Jackson put his own head down. Herrera took the worst of that shot.
They've had two chances again today, and it just didn't bounce for him. 3rd and 3 for Theismann. Completes it to Bobby Hammond. First down at the 45-yard line. Joe Norman, 52, with a tackle for Seattle.
As the near sack that forced the interception earlier in this game.
2nd and 2, and Jackson breaks into the open all the way to the 34-yard line. First down, Washington.
Not the sacks, but the pressure.
That's right. Green showing what an athlete he is, the way he leaped toward Theismann. 2nd down and 10. It might be intercepted. It is. Dave Brown on the deflection, and Brown is to the 23-yard line. Ricky Klatt made the tackle. A deflected ball, and Brown has his second interception of the year.
That's the 3rd time today that Theismann has put it up, and the 3rd time that he's done it under pressure. Robert Hardy, 75, one of the defenders getting in there. They're coming from the far side, Gregory. The ball is batted up. Dave Brown pulls it down. Big turnover, costly for the Redskins.
10-man rush on Weaver. Nelms back at the 30. Another wobbly boot. Nelms at the 25, 30, 35, 40. And he's to the 41. No whistle. 45, 50. What an effort by Nelms. He's all the way to the 39-yard line. Mike Nelms, acquired from the Canadian Football League last year. He set punt return records in the CFL where they don't block for you. He can run them.
What an amazing run by number 21, Nelms. And that's what we said earlier. This veteran team will find a way of getting themselves into scoring position and maybe of beating you.
Art Monk to the right, but it's Jackson up the middle. First down, he fumbles, and Washington recovers at the 32-yard line. Jacob Green and Michael Jackson were close to it, but it was alertly captured by 54, I believe, Bob Kazeel.
And Dick, if I'm not mistaken, that's the 10th fumble that Seattle has had a chance at, and they have yet to get their first fumble recovery. Every one of those fumbles recovered by the fumbling team. Now that, you've seen them fighting for the ball. You'd think they're going to get one sometime. That's an interesting stat. They really have had their back against the wall a number of times, and they have risen to the occasion, kept the Washington Redskins out of the end zone. Let's see if Mosley can get his first one over the bar in this game.
50-yard attempt on its way. No good. So Mosley has missed from 33 and from 50 4 times now. Washington has been inside the Seattle 35 and have gone home empty on all 4 occasions. Zorn is only 5 of 15, 1 interception and 56 yards. Play action, he's in trouble, and down he goes. The first sack of the day logged by Coy Bacon of the Redskins. There's number 1, he says. Well-traveled Bacon. He found the right route to Zorn this time.
He did. Not a very good job of blocking. You see Bullard, Louis Bullard, 72, who's working with a bit of a handicap, and then he's got his hand on the cast. Can't really use his hands, and certainly with the freedom that they've given the offensive lineman, he's lost one of his most effective tools. But a good rush by Bacon, who's still, even though he's got a little age on him, an excellent pass rush.
Had 15 sacks last year to lead the Redskins. Second down, call it 17. Jodat the only setback. 4 wide receivers. Zorn, the quarterback, draw again. And look at him cleverly pick his way out to the 39-yard line. A gain of well over 10 yards for Zorn, who scored on that play from 21 yards out for the only score of the game. He's carried it 3 times for 38 yards.
Zorn taking advantage of the fact that the Redskins shoot their linebackers to the outside very quickly in a passing situation. Dallas Hickman, 82, the man they're counting on to control Zorn, and Zorn just wouldn't let him get a shot.
Rick Walker in motion, the tight end. Theismann on 2nd and 7. Good throw and a good catch by Thompson at the 35-yard line. It'll be a Washington first down. Michael Jackson, 55, made the tackle with 5 minutes left in the 3rd period, and Washington hungry for something. They trail 7-0.
Washington being forced to go to shorter patterns to try and get that ball off before they're being pressured. Again, Theismann getting that ball away just before he would have been swallowed that time by Robert Hardy, number 75.
You call him Theismann, I call him Theismann. We talked to him about that yesterday. It's an interesting story. Many of you have heard. He's 9 for 17 today. First down from his 35. Intercepted twice. Wide open. Catch made by McDaniel at the 48, a first down, and a good throw by Theismann. He was hit by Gregory just as he released the ball. His family name, and they pronounce the name Theismann. But when Joe went to Notre Dame, Roger Baldessari, the sports publicist, said Theismann rhymes with Heisman. You're going to be Theismann, and so it is. Even the family confused by it all. Nothing confusing about that. A perfect strike to McDaniel, and a first down near midfield for Washington. It's a 53-yard attempt by Mosley. Nope, he kicks it. High, long, it's no good. Wide to the right. That's a tough chance, and those are unkind jeers from the Washington fans as Mosley 0 for 3, but 2 of the misses from the 50 and 53. Seattle still in front, 7-0. The Redskins have been denied 4 times after invasion into Seattle's half of the field, and Zorn now with a play action to Moore, down the middle open, and a fine catch by tight end John Sawyer at the Washington 45. First down play. That's Jodat. He's got 10 and more all the way to the 33-yard line as Jodat picks up 12 yards, and he's having himself a day. Jodat from Carthage College of Wisconsin. He's working on a possible 100-yard rushing day in his first ever start.
A chance to watch the play open up right here. Perry Brooks, 69, out of position, gets trapped very quickly by 78, Bob Newton. And Jodat with good acceleration up through the hole and well into the secondary before anyone had a shot at him.
2nd and 5. Zorn play action looking for Largent. Intercepted. Lamar Parrish is 2nd of the game. Fumbles! And it's another recovery for Washington. Brad Dusek, 59, fell on it. So that's 4 Redskin fumbles, all covered by Washington.
Even though the Seattle bench won't like it, Seattle folks won't like it. It's a good call.
Theismann to throw. Over the middle to Art Monk, the rookie from Syracuse. He may go all the way. 40, 30. He's out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Art Monk, the first draft choice for Washington in the first round since 1968. And they love him here in Washington. He has driven the ball all the way to the 20, and a flag is down, and there'll be a face mask penalty tacked on to the end of the run.
Nobody had left the stadium here because they knew they were only 1 play away from being back in this game. They've gotten down to the 20 with that fine catch and run by Art Monk, and there, a face mask penalty.
Face mask on the runner out of 5 yards and first down.
We'll move it down another 5 yards to the 15. Seattle defense again being called on to turn away the Redskins. Let's see if they can capitalize on this. What is it, their 5th opportunity, Dick?
This is 5 times inside the 35, 6 times in Seattle territory. Give it to Jackson. He's got running room. And 2 flags go down as Jackson makes 5 yards. Green may have been offside, but I think we also may have a foul against Washington. They'll untangle that decision as Jim Tunney talks to the 2 men who tossed the yellow flag.
Jacob Green was offside, and it's a matter of who the penalty is on this other side. Give Jim Tunney a chance to talk to his official.
Defense offside. That's 5 yards. Personal foul. Clipping on the offense. 5 and a 15. We will penalize the 15.
Okay, Jim Tunney informing you that when the penalties are not offsetting, in this case a 15-yard roughness foul, you've got to penalize the more severe of the penalties. That hurts the Redskins. That puts them a long ways away from that goal line.
1st and 25 for the first down, 30 yards from a tying touchdown with 14 minutes left in the game. Jackson moves up on a wing left, and Theismann to throw. Guns it to Monk. At the 19-yard line, Dave Brown makes a tackle, and another flag is down in the backfield of the Redskins, and we have holding. Check that, that's McDaniel with the reception, and we have a holding call against Washington.
And I believe it's going against Hermeling again. That's the 4th one of it is. What a frustrating day he's had trying to keep Bill Gregory out of the backfield.
Holding, hooking, number 75, offense. Still first down.
Oh, you feel sorry, but it is Hermeling again. 4 times that he's been caught.
Well, it must be said, he's come back from an injury. He's had a knee problem. He hasn't been able to practice, and it takes a lot of courage for him to get back out on the field. And it's got to be a terribly frustrating thing, because I'm sure he's made some fine blocks that we haven't seen during this day, but unfortunately we do take time out and the penalties are called, and he has been spotlighted for making those penalties.
First down, 35. Monk left, Thompson right for Theismann. Oh, was he hit? Jacob Green hit Theismann, and will he get up? Oh, did he take a lick? Green charging in from the blind side, and Theismann was crushed under the power of that tackle. 45 yards for a tying touchdown. 7-0 Seattle. Cruising. Over the middle, wide open is Hardiman. 40. 38. Boy, did you see that? Jacob Green hustle back to make the tackle, and we may have a flag down.
Now, we talked about dumb mistakes earlier. Now, that is a dumb mistake. You have somebody pinned down, 2nd and 40 yards to go. You have them stop, and then you get yourself a personal foul. Yardage is not important. The thing they're going to get out of this is the first down.
Here comes Green over the top. Makes the tackle and has him by the face mask. Let go. 3rd and 1. Fake. Theismann. Deflected. Incomplete. And Jacob Green was the man who made the play. He's made some mistakes today, but at the same time, the rookie has shown exceptional athletic skill.
Well, we talked about him being young. Theismann very, very angry. He wants to go for the first down. I got to believe that Jack Pardee will let him do it here. 3rd, 4th now, and just, well, as you see there, not very far at all. Watch the play. Theismann back, makes a nice fake. 79 Green, watch him sky right here. And that pass would have been dropping into the hands of Rick Walker, who had all kinds of room. Big play. As we said, the rookie's going to make his big plays, and he's going to make his mistakes. You got to let him grow. You got to let him work his way out of it.
4th and 1. It's Jackson for a first down.
Interesting decision for Jack Pardee, and he's made it. He's got a lot of time on that clock. 11:32. He could probably kick the field goal here, but his field goal kicker hasn't made one all day. And Pardee, I think, making the choice with his heart as well as his head, said, let's go. Let's get the 7.
This time it's Hardiman and Hammond, a different set of running backs on 4th and 1. And Theismann's going to throw for it. Complete. Hammond to the 4-yard line. And what a throw by Theismann. Talk about a money play.
Let you look at Theismann as he drops back. Gutsy call. You miss this one, and it goes the other way. But an excellent pass, good reception. First and goal, the 4-yard line.
Second and goal at the 4. Theismann on the roll to the end zone. Intercepted by Dave Brown. And as if a giant needle punctured a balloon with 55,000 voices in it, you could just hear it go whoosh as Theismann's bid for a tying score is picked off by the veteran Brown, his second today.
Not a bad throw. The ball obviously on target, but number 22, Dave Brown, just pulling himself right in front of Moak on that, or pulling himself in front of the receiver, the intended receiver. And what a big play that is.
Art Monk, the rookie, the intended target. Here's another angle, Merlin.
Monk open a little earlier. Perhaps if Theismann had gotten that ball off a little quicker, they may have had a chance at that one. But the ball thrown late. Dave Brown had a chance to recover, made the big play. Ball first and 10 on the 20-yard line. Seattle's been saved. They've dodged another bullet.
13 plays for Washington plus 5 penalties, and they're still empty. 7-0 is Jodat. Putting his head down, plows to the 29, and a gain of 9 more for Jodat.
Chance to celebrate after the game if things continue as they are.
7-0 Seattle, 6.5 minutes left. Jodat again, over 100, and now into Washington territory to the 44-yard line, and another line on Jodat. And correct me if I'm wrong, I've never seen an athlete work any harder to be good at what he does than Jodat.
I think you're absolutely right about that, and one of the tests of that, in Los Angeles, he was a special teams captain, which is a very thankless and very difficult job.
First down, they piled up 214 yards rushing today, and looking for more is Dornick. 20, 15, 10. It's down at the 9-yard line. First and goal, Seattle.
One of the responsibilities of a running back, aside from carrying the football, which Jodat has done with great frequency today, you got to block for the other guys in the backfield. That's Coleman, 51. Jodat puts the helmet on him. That's all the room that Dornick needs. He fires outside. Fans blow.
In case you're wondering, Seattle has one other shutout.
Oh,
now a touchdown for Dan Dornick as he blasts up the middle 9 yards, and Seattle takes a 13-0 lead as Dornick scores his first touchdown of the year.
Dick, that's the first running touchdown for this entire Seattle team. Everything else they've scored through the air or by the route of kicking.
That's interesting. In three games, they had no rushing touchdowns, and both their touchdowns today have been on the ground. Zorn on the draw, and now Dornick 9 yards almost untouched.
And he gets the double head spike over his head. His first day in a new position has been most eventful.
Herrera's try for point. That was a long drive, 12 plays, 80 yards. Both of their tries have been exactly the same. Herrera's kick is good. They have put together 2 80-yard, 12-play scoring drives and lead 14-0. Make that a 13-yard correction, 13 yards, and it's 20-10 Atlanta leading the 49ers. Hardiman at the 40, tripped up from behind by Simpson at the 43, and Theismann will try to get his team to the line of scrimmage without a huddle. Gentlemen in the booth, Jay Shrinsky and Art Anceline, player identification. Theismann complete to McDaniel at the 40-39 of Seattle.
A very bitter loss.
Especially in light of the fact they'll be 1-3 and have to go to Philadelphia next Sunday. Over the middle and intercepted. That's Simpson who picks it off at the 37 on the deflection. The 4th interception today for the Seahawks, and now they can celebrate on the far sidelines. This will be their 2nd win and puts them right back into the race in the AFC West.
Seahawks only had 1 interception in 3 games coming in. Their defense has just been outstanding this football game, and you've got to feel a little bit badly for Pardee, for his Redskins. They've battled gamely, but they've just been outmanned and they've been outplayed in the trenches. They've been beaten, really, on the line of scrimmage more than anywhere else in this day.
Jim Jodat with a brilliant day as a runner in his first ever start. And Jack Patera and the Seahawks go home to the Northwest with an impressive 14-0 win against Washington.